I might not have to have lived with a woman for whatever number of years as a child, for instance, but he had a completely different experience that's like necessary for his time and place and generation. So I don't know. I don't think that is something that any one of us can say. I just feel like life is just funny. When in the end, you really don't. There's nothing you can hold out of all the gain. Imagine I gain the world, but I can't even hold it. So what is the gain? I don't know. I'm grateful for the lessons that came as a result of my relationship with Nike. I'm grateful for the lessons that came as a result of my relationship with Nike. I'm grateful for the things that I learned from your mother. I'm grateful for the things that she taught me. If you ask me, I think your mother is a mystery to me. Um, I admire her, like her resilience, her strength, her beauty, her calmness, her patience, her kindness. I admire all of those qualities in her, and I think that she's a virtuous human being, and in respective of the blemishes in words, things that I say that are as a result of, like, yeah, she fucked a few niggas. She fucked a lot of niggas before she got with me. Facts. So it's not like she was a virgin when I met her. She had 3 children. I got to your mother as a third, fourth, fifth, last guy even. I'm not the first, nothing. Okay, so you guys, you came out, and I would say that my children's birth was not, there was this, in the moment, there was I believe that it was, I believe that it was God, divine inspiration, and I believe that you guys were created with intention to be great, to be loving, to be kind, to be fully yourself. And I'm sorry that it feels like I have a sense of regret. But I will tell you why I feel that way. The reason I feel that sense of regret is because look at the world around you. Does it look pretty? You see people killing each other. Does that shit look normal? It's not. It's not normal to just kill somebody, to hurt someone, to just live in misery and pain all your life, to feel unloved, or to feel like an outcast or cursed or whatever. And if I had a thorough understanding of the biology of this world, and the fact that perhaps that's just the way things are set up, and it's my understanding of the world is what birthed that feeling of perhaps I made the wrong, perhaps I was not in my right state of mind or thinking clearly to have made a decision that drastic, or to made a decision that important so recklessly. My so-called faith, which I don't know what faith is, so what makes me think I was functioning by faith and not some greed or desire to escape my own life and have some woman pay the bills for me while I get to lay in the bathtub? What makes me think that that's not the thing, that underlining thing that was propelling me, which is just fear, which is just cowardice move to even be with a woman that is so frail and weak at that point in our life, and then hope that she would save me or help me or be a reflection or a mirror of me to me so that I can improve myself or us or whatever. Why should I imagine that it's just crazy. Like I said, the greatest humiliation is to strip you naked before the village, take away all that you have, whip you naked, laugh at you, take selfies and send it to you, and then come back and kiss you and say, "Are you okay?" And then when you say, "I'm not," or "I am," whatever, it's just, the whole thing is not to really know if you're okay. It's just, how do you feel like getting fucked in the ass? That kind of thing. So it's a humiliation process, you know, and the goal of humiliation is to make you humble. And you think you humbling me is by you castrating me. That means I should stop being a man once I lose my balls, as if it's the balls that makes me a man. No be so. So it's funny. I don't know if you can ever change a human being or humble a human being. Let me give you an example. Americans grew up with a culture that is called the gun culture that dates back to cowboys. Now you would think American would be the last motherfucker on earth to call a nigga a motherfucker. Why? Because they live in a society that any human being can literally sacrifice their own life just to take yours out. And guess what? Everybody can do it. They can be weaker than you. My father was 40 something years old and was gunned down in a taxi by a couple of teenage African American boys. Young niggas. 13-year-old, 14-year-old, gunned him down. Took his, like literally humbled his, like tried to take his life, right? The gun empowers the weak. The gun is the greatest equalizer of battles in modern age, in the most portable, most mobile, most compact, most... It's convenient, conveniently clings around your fingers like your hand. You need not to even do much. Any idiot can do this. What might, what strength, what courage does it require you to do that from a distance and run? You see what I'm saying? So it had made us all cowards. You can't stand in front of somebody and say, "What did you say to me? Please repeat it." You're afraid. You either have to carry your gun and come, because the thing with the gun is it resolves that latency, that buffering time between you trying to get the stuff in your head out. The gun just kind of like go, the bullet is faster than me trying to explain all of that gibberish. Da, 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 da. Now you would think that Americans will be the most docile, most conditioned, most perfectly behaved individuals. Why? Because there are guns everywhere and everybody can kill you. That's what I mean by just because you castrate a man does not make him any... Americans are the most outspoken motherfuckers on the planet. Talk about freedom of speech. They don't give a flying fuck. Dick or not. The hell? I'm gonna take your this away. I'm gonna watch my father go and raise your kid. Let him raise them for fucking eternity. That's not how I'm made. That's not what my father's. My father was his friend too. If he is a father, genuinely, like you say, he's my father, this and that, and he don't know how I feel. He don't know how it feels for another man to be raising his kids in front of him. If he can't relate, come on now. He doesn't know how it feels to be belittled as a black man. and he's a black man, I find that hard to believe. I think he knows exactly what I'm going through, how I feel. And this time around, it's happening through his daughter. So I'm just the guy to take the fall. I'm that guy. Like, that's my role. You're the guy you fuck up most. You're the weakest link. So it's okay. But don't say that means he just fall down and die. And even if you see me folded and dying, it doesn't mean that I have considered in my heart. Do you understand? You can take my wife, take the children, chop ham, give her belly, give her children. When I don't do them already now, there'll be 3 kids she carry get before I see them. So which one be the 2? Erase my name, this and that. Like, but that's... I can forgive, I can forget, I can be okay with living. That doesn't mean that I concede to just being what you want me to be for you. And that's Americans don't do that shit. Motherfuckers are so rebellious, they don't care. They persist, and you can take the life. You get gun now, take the life. You're a sniper. You get bomb, you get gas this. You can shoot somebody with laser rays. You can, shit, if you kill Kennedy, who the fuck am I? You can do anything you want, anytime, to anyone, anywhere, and nobody will ever question. Why? Because if we now no get the money, where will I get voice? Where will I get mouth? No be the world where we carry living. In ba ka da shegen kuɗi na ka samu baki ɗan ubanka, ina ka samu baki, balle gindi, balle duri, ba ka da kuɗi. So it's all good. It's all good. It almost feels like for everything that you do to somebody in a relationship, somebody will come and do for you or do to you. Just, it's like, I killed my children. Do you know what I mean? I aborted my kids. And so she took the children away now to punish you. So, what damn what? All I know is there's a thing that hinders you from accessing something great here if you are incapable of forgiving yourself or the people that are not hurt you as though it's past tense, the ones that are cooking you and chopping you inside the pot, the ones that are placed you, decapitated you and put you inside pot, and they're drinking it and laughing and taking selfies. And if you ask them, they give you some diabolical answer or try to derail you by asking you another question to test your spirit, you know? You may ask, why the subtle Yoruba accent? Because it's the most relevant accent in Nigeria. And besides, I don't know how to do the Hausa accent as properly as I can't. As properly as I can do. The Yoruba one is more commercialized. It's inside every music. So it's easy for me to kind of use that as a gateway to connect back to Jos and Hausa. I'm a Kowe, Garing Hausa, Tunna Nigeria. I used to tell them this thing. I would rather just talk English, talk Hausa. Do you understand? Because it took time. It was Nollywood that brought Pidgin English to the north. Before then, it was scarce. It was only Igbo traders, the Yoruba people that they come inside Jos University, they come out, Ibadan people, all these traders from long ago. Aside from that, it wasn't commercial language, trading language in the market, to go to market at Yara. When we were kids in Nigeria, in Jos, Zaka Jeka, so I kind of chiniki, the Pidgin English, and I can't hear one. We grew up in Nigeria not knowing how to speak Pidgin English. I learned Pidgin English after I went back to Nigeria as an adult in my 20s. So Pidgin English is a gateway for me, and then I learned the Pidgin English, and then I learned that with Yoruba accent, you see. Why? Not because I can't do some of the Igbo, but it's more like the Igbo is more pretentious, like I'm forcing it. The Yoruba one just kind of flows slightly, like, it's like I said, it's accessible. So, and if it's still, like I said, just connects you closer to that feeling of the so-called home or your people, and you ride with it, man. Who cares? Like if all of Africa decided to choose one of Africa's language to be its primary language, whether it's Ethiopian or Somalian or Congolese or South African or Kenyan or Egyptian or Nigerian, who cares? So long as the whole idea is that we're just using something that we all agree on so that we can achieve a goal, and all of us will still read and learn the other things self. If we choose to do that, that's not a problem. If you don't choose to do that, why? Because maybe you realize that English is actually an advantage. Your disadvantage has become your advantage, and you want to capitalize upon that and keep it as your central language, connect with the whole planet, and then maintain your, close ties to your native languages so that they don't decay away. So long as you don't spit on your own thing, this, God forbid, my local hair, God forbid, my local food, God forbid, my local this, God forbid, my local this, bro. Like I said, I'm guilty. That's why I'm like starting afresh. I'm learning to love my thick lips. I'm learning to love my big head, my black body or skin or whatever they call this one. I didn't know this color is black. Then what's the color of my beard? I don't know. Just the idea of the identity of the color. Let me fuck with the black. I take it. So long as, even if you think of it derogatory, I think of it positively, I suppose. It's all good. I guess take a shower wahala before you can come to that place where you just stop caring. Because the pain of suffering and dying in that hell by yourself is too much, Abby. I don't know. I don't know if I have any free will. I don't know if I'm acting upon any of my so-called I. I don't know. Or all of the bumps on the road, the characters that I met were all just placed characters just to kind of help you navigate finding your way here. In which case, thank you. Thank you. And I genuinely mean thank you. Beyond my understanding of what's even happening. Maybe my negative mindset is what makes me perceive even the help I'm receiving from a partner as some kind of a cunning, conspiratorial attempt to condemn, belittle, and destroy me or something like that. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna tell you I don't feel like that. I'm not saying I'm not gonna change feeling like that. I'm just saying that in this present moment, I still have those thoughts, yes. I still do. And there are reasons why I do. There are many things that I saw that I know fit talk. You understand? Mysterious, weird, fantastic things like that just shatter my mind, My eye don't tear, as Nigeria they talk. So if you see something like that, what would you do? Naturally. Oh my God. The water just went down my nose. Naturally, if you see something like that, what would you do? You freak out now. You run, you panic, you scream, you cry. I did all of that. You even die self. In fact, I'm still wondering whether I'm dead. Do you know what I mean? Which means you just got with the wrong woman and she beheaded you, decapitated you, made a spider of a Nancy out of you, and and displayed you in the constellations for all the other gods to see. That way no one dares rise up against her, you know? But that's how she eliminates the male that try to threaten her kingdom, you know? Like the what do you call it? The bee, the what do you call it? The queen bee that eats, you know, she eats the guy after she sleeps with them, right? So that's probably what's happening to me. Again, I'm the butt of the joke. You know, I'm the Joker in the film. But just because he's the main character, he's not the main character by choice, he's the main character by torture. He's being tortured. The guy can't even be himself. His whole reality, he's tortured, and he's in the center, and he's in display. And he's what everybody gets to watch and laugh. You know what I mean? And you know how it feels. You know the torment of laughter sometimes. Laughter is not always, laughter can be weaponized. People say, oh, it's just a joke. You're a liar. When we know that you can weaponize this platform and the joke as a way to kind of instigate, poke, prick, you know, just tickle people the wrong way and or agitate people the wrong way. And of course, people can alchemize that and with strength of mind, out, you know, outwit the joke and grow and you know all of that. But it's not easy for people to do, and it takes time, centuries even, for sometimes for people to be able to break through some of the words they hear on these stages, right? Say, or you think comedy, bro? You want to weaponize people against themselves? Make them go and condemn each other through humor, where it's supposed to be accepted. It gotta be true because we're laughing about it. Why are we? What are some things we're laughing about in the black community is the most horrifying of things. And that sometimes when you see that shit, you don't know whether to just like die, like your jaw drop. Everybody's laughing. You're thinking this shit is sick. What do you mean? That's what we are. You believe that? We believe that? And if so, why are we laughing? If it's indeed true, why is the reaction a laughter? Why isn't it a Why aren't we pondering? Why are we ha ha ha? What's so ha ha? What's so funny? What is so fucking funny? I love to laugh, don't get me wrong. But when the shit like, man, it's crazy. But yeah, I get it. I get it. On the other side, it's healing. It's, you know, how else would you get to heal from this thing if you don't? I get it. I get it. I'm just saying that there's an artistry to all things. White people do comedy too. Theirs is not rooted on this destroying the civilization. If Jerry Springer's whole career was white and black and how negative his own white are against the black, you think he will ever become a $200 million earning a year comedian as a Jew in Hollywood, putting down the Jews every fucking time he has an opportunity on stage? When a black comedian walks on stage, black people are more nervous. You don't even have an advocate, even as a judge. Bitch, you are on there, you are me. And all you could do is kill you. And that kills me. The fuck?